So I think Secret won the opener really hard, but at the same time, J.Storm, when you play them and you first pick Wisp, you're going to expect the enemy side to first go morph. They were okay with that. They went for the gyro anyway, and I really like their second phase. I think if they play this game fast enough, there's not enough tower pressure and tempo on Secret to be able to starve a map against the high mobility. Like every hero on J.Storm can play fast.
But that's also the picks, right, of Team Secret. You're mentioning it during the drafting phase. Like they've kind of doubled down. Like they went in with the Weaver, they went in with the ES as well. Like it's just really the tempo that Team Secret wanted to have, like to actually give J.Storm the space for the IO and gyro to be a proper combination.
I think they're fine with it. This is just their style. They like to play greedy. They usually run. They're the only team I've seen able to play Earthshaker properly with a hard 5 like melee hero, and I think Puppy's axe is probably the best axe in the world right now as far as support position, and Zai's gonna go for that like build up item into axe build, and if they get to that timing, Blink axe, Weaver axe, all of a sudden the J.Storm burst combo of like Centaur stun to Mirana are like they have no real method of bursting anymore, and that's when they start to lose fights.
Looks like the rune's gonna be nicely split out, no issues there, even though March was having a little bit of a tussle with mid one on the bottom lane. Should also mention the fact that Nisha is taking that morphling towards the mid, and there's mid one taking the Monkey King down towards the south lane.
This is a tough matchup from Mirana. It's deceptive because in the previous iterations of Dota, you'd expect a Mirana to win the lane, but since Harass is no longer a viable option to win lanes, the 15 base damage or so advantage that Morphling has actually just 10, so 12. That's very significant. Nisha's Morph is one of the best.
Did you want to actually explain that one? Why Harass is no longer the way to win a game?
Well, you just bury yourself regen, and it's significantly more difficult to gank mid because it just doesn't happen anymore because there isn't as much value on kills. You need to stay in lanes. Every side lane is 2v2. You can't afford to go gank mid, and if you're missing, like really, what are you going to be doing? Yeah.
And Puppy has to be a little careful down here on the bottom lane. He's got Forever March looking to have a little bit of fun. I'm only saying that because Puppy's losing some life with the continuous decay. But Forev, he doesn't have enough damage. He actually went over towards mid one instead, but they're a little bit split up. But very aggressive with this lane from Forever March.
I like how they're playing. If you're an Undying Centaur against a Monkey King, you need to play like this. You can't allow Monkey to just get Jingu stacks and out-harass you over time. Just spam your mana, use the mangoes, and try and find that first blood.
Meanwhile, up on top lane, like Moo and Millen, they've also been getting hit pretty heavily, but that's the reason why there's so much consumables on this top lane. It's so difficult for Zai to harass out of the lane. You've already got J.Storm pulling the creep wave a long way down, but there's no stopping Zai from going in deep. Homing Missile will chase him, and Zai is on the run. He should be okay. Not the Rocket Barrage. The damage is up in there. And thanks to the Whisper Balls, they have the damage, and J.Storm build the first blood.
Thing is, they also got an entire wave denied from the tower, so that's nice. Zai was a bit of an overstep, but at the same time, like that top lane is a trade, and that's just an example of how kills are a bit less meaningful now. And if you look mid, as you can see, Nisha's taking a lot of harassment, but he's winning the lane pretty hard.
I'm loving watching this bottom lane too. Like mid one keeps getting up to 3 hits onto either March or Forev, but he never actually cracks the 4. GP Mastery. Like they're just taking it in turns to harass out the Monkey King.
Yeah, this is okay if you're Secret. You want to just have a static laning phase and get all your core items online. You don't win this phase of the game, but once the mid game hits, you start to get some ground.
Tapping again. J.Storm's there for the pull. He's just waiting up on top lane. No matter how aggressive they want to get on the bottom, it's just disrupting up Milne as well as Moo. And what can they even do to really stop this?
Not much. Yeah, I like what they're doing here though, stacking the hard camp and maybe trying to pull that when the next wave comes through. But this is a really nice way to play with the Weaver. Shaker doesn't offer much in lane as a boots first hero, especially with no regen. But Weaver's perfectly fine, just 1v2, getting what he can and getting that XP advantage, which is going to render him incapable of dying against a Wisp Gyro.
Yeah. It's also always nice. March, you're in very deep back behind the tower. A lot of damage coming into him. And with the battle hunger, Puppy can finish the job.
Exactly.
No real problem for him there. Just kind of finding himself in no man's land.
Well, he was trying to feed himself to the tier 2. gives a little bit of gold, but no XP, which is really the currency that matters in the early game. After Ice Frog changed death to nukes to 26-second respawn timer. Now everyone just feeds the towers instead. So nice play from Puppey though, because it's all about that XP.
Yep. You can see it coming. He's going to chase down March as well, looking for that bottom room. Will be the illusion, but they're going to find the kill as mid-1 bounces forward. March trapped inside the river with the Jingu. He's got a lot of life to work with, however, as well. So stick charges for Rev will come in to help him out. The Puppey just steals the room. Nice slide down March. He knows he's so low. He pop it down. The quality play was available from Rev, so he locks in mid-1. The Suns continue, and they're actually going to kill off mid-1. He thought he could find the kill, but it won't happen.
That was really well played by Forev, and that's what you got to do against mid-1 Monkey King. One of the best in the world. You got to be willing to find those trees and cut them down, because you can do that once, as you can see. It's an automatic kill. That's a 4-second self-stun.
March dies again. He's actually back at the tier 2 tower. Slap down step for Rev. On the run out. There's no core control from the Axe, but it won't matter. Well, actually, maybe it will. The double hook stomp for Rev. Back underneath the tower. He's low. But he'll also have the shrine up in 7 seconds time, but so are the bounty runes. A lot of these are going to go to Team Secret. They're already looking to take the ones up on top too. Yapsor's got Fissure in 1 second time. It's a little bit too long for him now. He'll drop it, but he's already found the bounty rune. Millen, they keep the chase going for the Whisper Ball. Zion Yapsor, they're sharing the load. One quick totem stop, but Moon needs to move away. Down the board, trying, he does not get there in time. And so they'll be up to Zion to hit in towards Moon.
Just to note, one thing Secret did just before that was really just demonstrates why they're a tier 1 team at the moment. You don't really care so much about kills until TPs are on cooldown. So when March TP's bottom, that's 80 seconds, he won't be able to return to the lane. That's when you start hunting him aggressively. He had to walk all the way back bottom. That's a free wave of farm and XP for your Monkey King, and a ton of pressure on at the same time. Nisha is expected.
Fall on bottom for Rev. Okay, Puppey doesn't want to hang around to keep going on that. At Nisha in the mids, you're talking about chasing after Bryle.
So close to taking out Bryle. Really well played. He immediately morphed, triple leaped in, juked the arrow, and then almost lands that kill. And you see part of the difficulty playing against Morphling is once he funnels himself regen, he'll be full.
It's amazing too just how long these controls happening from Team Secret. They took the 5-minute credits and then instantly control up to 6 minutes. The Tombstone will be dropped down mid-1. One more 2-minute hit from the front. You control, not even clipping for Rev at the back line. They can clean up the Tombstone. And Nisha has the double damage rune, looking to actually go on to Bryle underneath the tower. No, he's not going to hit it too hard. Oh, look at the 4 stick charges, or maybe? No, it's still too risky to come that close to the tower. Even with his strength morphing, he's not going to take the risk. Oh, stay again. Nisha, extra help. One person is all we needed. And the Yapsor came in from the side. Risk worth taking.
Nisha, I've been talking with a lot of players. This is very much a Morphling PL Terrorblade patch. The carry players that love that are going to be successful, and those are probably 3 of Nisha's best heroes. His morph is nuts, and as you can see, he has no problem playing on 1 HP. And it's nice play.
It's just so crazy low. Like, that had to be so enticing as well for Bryle just to sit there and go, okay, I can take this. That's that movement coming in. Bottom lane, mid-1 has to make a break for the tree line, but luckily he's Monkey King. So no way J.Storm can keep the control on him. But Yapsor's moving again. He's going to be down here with Puppey. So they're ready to fight. If Forev as well as March want to stay aggressive, they've got no Observer Wards to keep an eye out for this one. They just need Yapsor's Fissure to get that blocking control. They're able to find it as well. Centaur Stop will be out, but so is the Moonlight Shadow. Into the Invis and away to safety for J.Storm. And in fact, even a rotation. Bryle's hanging around near the top as Moon. As well as Millen. They can go after Zion. Weaver dunked on the head by the homing missile, but with they'll connect. No dust available. But they just wait for the Shikuchi to be on cooldown. Then no more to work with.
Major Morphling problems though. Nisha doubling up the CS of Bryle along with equaling his CS and denies. This is something you're not prepared for as a team like J.Storm. You're coming from the NA qualifiers, right? There's no team that is confident running this against you. You don't think a morph mid is going to not just win his lane, but like dominate it like this. And look at this, Bryle might be dead again.
Looking forward, arrow movement, it won't matter. Nisha just copies him and leaps forward. Ryle
so
up the hill and away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's so hard to do, Toby.
He makes it look easy. And then just turns the pressure onto mid lane.
And the issue with, I mean, Secret, as you can see, they went Morph Axe into a Wisp first. They wanted to play against the Gyro. J.Storm accepts the challenge, but you need to address a Morph lane to win a game like this. You wanted to have your Gyro significantly ahead if you're going to take a game and dominate through the mid game, like sweep the map at all times. But at this rate, Secret is perfectly fine extending this laning phase because they're going to have massive advantages in all 3 lanes pretty soon.
I think right now then the critical thing is for Moo as well as Millen at one point to go down and actually claim that big stack on the Ancients. Dice is trying to harass them up on the top lane. They're still fine. Like there's 1 charges, there's salves. You know there'll be bottle charges up soon. The 10-minute runes are up in 30 seconds.
You can see like this is something Secret loves to do where they enable Zai to get all those bolts and they enable level 6 Weaver. You can play completely independent. Yapzor is free to continuously hunt mid and hunt bottom.
Yep, and there's that hunt coming in for Rev. He like, can we get the stomp? Let me help him break towards the tree. Mirana's TPing in his corner. Look down the tombstone. And this one cracks into the ulti and they relocate down. But the damage on the Millen is so high. They've almost found the kill. They get back up. The corner creates some space. And mid one trapped inside of its own ultimate. Is it 2-for-1 trade-off? Nisha wants to get out of here as the bounty runes are getting picked up too. Secret, they're actually going to claim all 4 and the invis rune for Nisha to escape. No, Moo just walks in close. Puppy, he just ran after it. Moo will have himself not only a triple kill, he wants to hunt for a little bit more. Hoping missile, another rocket barrage into Nisha. He's got 5 1 charges and he's a morphling, so they won't find the kill. But that's still the greatest fight that the J.Storm could have asked for on bot lane. But they're going in again. Nisha under the tower. TP support driving the ball. Philip, Grau jumps forward for the fishes up from Yapzor too. He's got the Echo Slam available and Nisha backs up once again.
Yep. And the way Secret's draft composition comes together, that's a good example of how the mid to late game is going to go, where you have these 3 support heroes in there, 3, 4, 5, because Zai really plays as a support because they don't have an off laner. They just have 2 4s. All of the supports enable the cores of Secret. So Nisha's not going to just have like an Axe taunt to bank on. There's going to be an Ags on Weaver at some point, and then Yapzor's Fish. So Nisha's able to play so aggressive this entire game thanks to that peel.
And they're going again. This mid one will probably be aggressive on the bottom lane. Marcus nearby, Soul Rip, and then the call. Both of them trapped inside with Perev. Can at least get the double edge on Puppy to do some level of damage, but then up on top, the cooldown will connect on the side. He's got 10-1 charges, so he'll be fine and dandy. And now get away, but hey, look at this again. Nisha, has he got it? Yeah, he's got it.
Like, I mean, how do you play against this? Nisha has 1200 HP, he's hitting for 130 almost. Bryle is 81 damage. With his towers dead. Like, you can't play against Morphling anymore. And this is why we brought up in the pregame. We're looking at heroes. I've looked through the list with Fog. We don't actually know what beats Morphling anymore. Heroes like OD, Puck, AA, they're not picked. How do you beat a hero that has 80, 90 damage at level 3?
You patch the 7.2 up. That's the answer, right? We changed the meta.
I mean, you also have one like you just have this smooth level 10 talent plus 10 agility. Love it. 1,000 level agility. Thank you.
J.Storm's finally getting that big stack up, and Moo, he knows it needs a huge chunk of this. Team Secret, vision-wise, they're a little bit too far away. That's why the Observer and Sentry went down pretty early from J.Storm. They're ensuring that this stack, this injection of money and levels, all go to them. Even when they push in the bottom lane, like it's like Perev is just standing guard. They've still got Stampede to get in or out, so that's a great stack up for J.Storm. They needed this momentum, and what are they going to shift it into? A fight on bottom lane? Are they ready for this?
Looks that way. Both, I mean, Secret's playing this perfectly. They keep a core in both other lanes. They have 3 heroes playing a little defensively, inviting J.Storm to make this play. And if they dive the tower, you're going to have heavy response coming in immediately. Yeah.
Zai does have his TP on cooldown, so we can't join him just yet. In fact, Nisha's heading towards the top lane. So it looks like they want to try and get some level of trade-off. Even though Bryle's going to hit his level 10 in mid. J.Storm, they're coming in pretty deep. Slash out the tower, up here comes your first TP. Able to get that call off on Moo, but now the call down. The ulti up from Montague, but this was so much damage so quickly. They go through it. the double kill. March and Moo as M&M's all over Yapsor, and they're going to chase after Millen to another fissure. Nisha, adaptive strike secures the kill onto Millen, and that just stops the push.
You don't really notice it, but Morphling takes over the gyro,
Dire's
and then
tower
obviously
is under
casts all the
attack.
spells, including Flak. That
Dire's
prevents
structures
Millen
are
from
fortified.
making any defensive maneuvers. His urn got canceled, all 3 of his bottle charges got canceled immediately,
Dire's
and all of a
top
sudden
tower
Blue's thinking
is
that he's
under
going to be
attack.
near indestructible, but he's not getting any sustain whatsoever from Wisp because there's no ability to regen him through that AoE.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So you can't kill him, and he can become your strongest asset in the
Yeah.
fight. This seems problematic to say the least.
Very problematic.
Especially when you don't have that axe pickup, when you don't have that ability to control him in the fight. Now we're going to fissure off again. Perfect slap control. And they can just turn their attention over towards March, but maybe not. Relocate comes in from Moot. Turns on the flag cannon, chasing down Yapsor. He's got a fair amount of kills under his belt, but he'll blink away. Keeps the chase going, and now, well, Nisha. Well, yeah, he'll strike bomb. He'll take the entire team, especially when Zai comes in through the door. And then will rejoin the engagement too. He'll need more damage, he'll need more control. Nisha's going to kill off March. They can finish off the Tombstone as well if they would like to. But it's underneath the tier 1 tower. Zai's not done yet. He has time left. He knows he can get away from the fight. Homing missile will chase him, but how many times must these fights happen when the bounty runes come up? This is now, what, 3 sets of bounty runes in a row where Team Secret take all 4?
There's quite such
And they got moved down. Yeah, so the boy kids up, they'll chase down Millen in the trees. Leaping forward, Team Secret. This one is shoved firmly in the bag.
This is a tier or 2 above J.Storm at the moment, and I think that the way they're playing their draft is perfect. They extended the laning phase, they've taken every bounty rune, as you said, totally in control of all the team objectives, and Bryle just getting outclassed by Nisha. Both of them up-and-coming players. This is their first real chance on big teams. Nisha played with Kingwin, but didn't really have the greatest success, but he's proving that he belongs in that discussion of elite players.
Yeah, he missed a big land title, any kind of, like, even top 3 placement. I think the closest he got was 8th at a land event with Kingwin. Now, claiming Hamburg. Only a few weeks ago. That probability is looking very nice for Team Secret. 95, 96% as we watch it keep going. And this will increase. And the tree is currently hunting Moo. It's mid one. Let out the ulti. They want that control. Overwatch Millen, Overwatch Moo. They just both managed to get outside of the Wukong command. But now support arrives. Marsh has dropped the tombstone and the ulti. Sora can keep them alive a little bit longer, but not long enough. The stacks just increase so easily. And they're chasing down Moo. Yapsor, Bishop timing is always fantastic. Hold out won't hold, but the flag cannon, damn. Everybody away. That was even a good farming mechanism for Nisha. He's going to have a BKB soon, so even the magical damage is going to be, like, nothing.
I love the way Secret items the supports don't go for the sustained support style item because they're both rushing Blink. Bottom lane, they're going to try and come in one. It won't work. But the cores then collect, like, they go more of this mid-game style. Zai gets the urn. Zai gets the medallion. That allows you to roam through. He goes for Ags next, whereas Nisha and then Morbid Mask and Dragonlance for the morph. So it's all about getting to using your gold as efficiently as possible to increase both your survivability and your damage, and that enables your supports then to be a little greedy, rush Blinks, which then dominates mid-game team fights.
It opens up your drafting as well, right? Like when Puppy sits there going, well, okay, can we actually run both support ES as well as Axe? Like this isn't range harass. This isn't like in short stuns at the very beginning. It's definitely not in short team fights. But it comes at this point when you see Yapsor with level 1 Echo Send just ready to jump, and he's also staring in the barrel of an Aghanim Scepter.
Please. And it's just such a niche, I would say already the pickup of this new season. Puppy's tried so hard to find like the diamonds in the rough.
He had ace before.
Nisha's just on another level. How many carry players can go mid as more and dominate like this?
March is so low. Zai, he manages to bait out the whole stuff. Where's the extra support? There's already a time length back. Yapsor's got the homing missile on him. But they're not jumping for anything. Puppy's on top lane, pushing towards the tier 2 tower. So Gyrocopter, Moo TP's up underneath the cover of Moonlight Shadow, but Puppy feels it.
Dire's
They're already starting the retreat. His blinks off cooldown in 2 seconds time, then it'll be out of range of Mu. And that is exactly what happens. No observer ward, so they didn't see them in deep. They didn't see the Moonlight Shadow being triggered, I don't believe. But either way, Team Secret dodge any aggression from J.Storm.
Yep. It's just impossible.
Stampede won't save him either. The arrow flew in from Bryle, but it came way too late.
Yep. And this is what Bog touched on in the draft as well. He liked what J.Storm did up until the Morano last pick. It's just not a strong enough game.
Oh my god, indeed. Moon's on the run, but you can't run from this. Nisha just keeps converting out. He's wondering who he wants to hit, but yeah, saw the perfect double's done. At this point, you may even just want to, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel somewhere. You're 17k gold behind Team Secret on every single part of your map. You do not see a way to kill the Morphling, and you still have to understand this is a best of 3, so at least they have a second chance to fight back against Secret.
And I think that Secret's kind of proving that when we leave you a hero and we want you to take it, you probably shouldn't.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It just feels too good. Like it's Admiral Akbar.
It's just they're too strong at these meta strategies at the moment. Like, I don't know why I picked J.Storm, honestly. I forgot that Secret had won every land they played at thus far this season. And they had more first eye as well.
And it's the kind of drop that can do it. Millen just regenerate, move off, and knock the Echo Slam from Yam, so he commits it. They want that gyro dead. But you can definitely feel like it felt like J.Storm in the 3rd and 4th pick was starting to get some level of advantage, but maybe 1 and 2 are just too far behind. He just goes in deep. They stampede up, but really they're not running anywhere. They're not going to be able to stand anywhere. And then the double slap from mid one. How many times can Team Secret just chain stun, and blast them off?
I think Nisha's incredible. He's played a flawless morph game, like absolutely flawless, and that's what Puppy and Team Secret have been looking for this entire past year. Is that while Ace, Bada, those are incredible players, I think Nisha and Zai just are that step above that enable Puppy and Yapsor to look like the fantastic players they are because they just have these incredible players.
Puppy's going to call again over on Moon. Millen's going to stick around with him, however. Nisha, still okay if he wants to initiate in. He has the Aegis, the Immortals, that second life. They break the tier 3 tower, but Team Secret be wise about this. They'll back up a little bit. Shrines are now open. Not to mention, it's just, well, they're under no pressure. Right now, Team Secret have this game firmly in their grasp, and it's up to them to lose it. J.Storm can only just hope for an opening. Not that I know exactly where that's going to be.
I don't think there's going to be one.
Zai actually hasn't, with the Aghanim Scepter, even anyone they want to go on, he's just going to time-lapse whoever he wants, and then J.Storm's aggression goes down the drain. Like, Morphling is properly unkillable now.
Something teams like to do before team fights.
This is baiting him. This is totally baiting him right now.
He has Aegis still, too.
Yeah, he's got Aegis. He's got a time-lapse Zai who's standing right on top of the Dire Reservoir. So at least J.Storm have information.
You don't. As a captain, you want to set up a team fight to tell your team how you want to approach it and win. What's the answer? You need to stun Weaver while 100-0ing a morph with BKB. But you only have 1 stun.
No, they go for Zai. They do a stun down at the arrow to connect, and they do find the kill. It's something. It's 3-2-3. But the goal for the death of Zai, Axe locked up as well. Who wants to create a little bit extra space. Browse has no control of the arrow, and these stuns, they keep chaining, but here we go again. Will Forever, Blindecker finally allowing him to be the aggressive force that J.Storm needed. But Nisha, Flag Cannon is up, and Forever, you don't have the life to tank through this. Nisha is beyond godlike. He's now 13-0-7 on this morph.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
At this point, he can win the game by himself, and Midone could just continue jungling. All he needs is the supports and a bit of heal.
Dire's bottom shrine
his BKB charge. He's got enough gold for a Scotty. This is pretty over.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way, but you had a glimmer of hope. The fact that Centaur was able to blink forward, he got separated from the rest of his team, which was not really what he desired, but you found the kill. They were able to burst one of the heroes down, even if it isn't the Morphling. Like, they took out the other best thing. It's the Aghanim Scepter Weaver, the free Aegis of the Immortal.
Yeah.
So they picked their targets nicely. And that's at least a good sign going into the rest of this series that J.Storm, even though they're down and out, they're still able to find something and coordinate even when they're under pressure. And now they're going to look for a new target. Observer Sentry, burns the BKB. J.Storm comes in for the Echo Slam. And March evaporates, but that's BKB and Echo down. But also no one dying.
The thing about J.Storm's lineup is it's very mid-game, it's tempo. They only have that one stun. So to your point, they found the kill on Weaver, but they can't find kills on anyone else. Their draft is meant to get those kills and then push aggressively. At like 10 to 15 minutes, you have map control. When you're in a position like this,
down the roof on command, fall down. There's a homing missile that connects onto him as well. Perev's waiting, his hooks off his back off cooldown, but the Future holds him out for now. It's the Sentry with the stand puppy over the cold, over on the iron. That frees up pretty good. The attack going hard. The Centaur jumps in mid-one, so on the flagman, reaching out for him, combining with the Undying unit, but it's still not enough. The Monkey Kings can survive, and who's really making the sacrifice? It ain't Nisha just yet, he is low, and they finally bring him down. The money goes to Boom, 900. They're looking to actually get back-to-back kills. It's Yapsor as well. A double kill for the IO, so money in for him. The mech will be there. And Team Secret, they prove they can bleed, or at least drip, in the form of Morphling.
yeah, it does certainly feel like movie 300, where yes, Xerxes can bleed. Is it really enough to win the war?
If only those reinforcements came sooner.
It is nice though. You're finally going to be able to make Wisp Gyro look broken. It's picked primarily because when Wisp hits
Radiant's
level 15, you
middle
get that
tower is
Tether
under
Advanced
attack.
Scepter bonus, and all of a sudden Gyro gets a free auto attack every 1.1 seconds, even when disabled. So that gives their damage output a significant boost, but so all J.Storm heroes at the moment.
Yeah. It's still not a pretty picture for them, but it's a glimmer of hope, and we'll take any kind of glimmer.
Yeah, it was also just that there was it's such a slow kill onto mid-one.
All the Sentry Safety March, just blink forward. He thought he was fine, he had an invis. They dropped Observer and Sentry in the mid lane, and once again, J.Storm's going to start up a fight. Get out of there, Forever. The slap down misses from mid-one. So Forever will be able to back out.
Oh, great.
This is this point when Millen almost wants to start with connection to Forev. Give someone else an Aghanim Scepter upgrade at the beginning and switch targets.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
I don't know, like... So a Centaur's only great to get you out of there. Morana's not that much to work with. Here they jump in forward, mid-one, into the wound. Sentry locked down as well. They then beat up by the hooks up. They're really going to connect on one and an 8 to mid-one. He's just BKB, charges forward, there goes 3. It's 4 as well. Mark is unwillingly dragged out, and J.Storm, they're pushing up the daisies. 3 heroes with no buyback available, and it really looks like that glimmer, well, it's gone. GG!
Yep. If you look at that ward Sentry combo, saw that guy coming. The Dire Sentry ward about 100 units away from the ward. Secret, perfect setup, easy, well executed. Really not much to break down in this game. Secret executed their lineup near flawlessly. Nisha's insane.
Yeah, Nisha's amazing. I like how you say there's not much to break down. It's like, well, good luck panel on that one. Like, yeah, let's break down something which doesn't need to be broken down.